Hello everybody, my name is Katie, welcome to the Book Buddies, and today's video is going to be my bookshelf tour. So I just rearranged all of my shelves really, yesterday, and I was like, you know what, I haven't done a bookshelf tour since 2015, I haven't rearranged my bookshelf since 2015, I'm going to make a bookshelf tour. So that is what I'm doing today. However, the very bottom shelf of this bookshelf and then my bookcase over there are not going to be in this video because I did a all of the books that I haven't read video, which I'll leave in the card. So if you want to see those shelves, just go ahead and watch that one, and honestly, it's basically the same thing. Let's get started. I'm not going to move you closer just yet because I want to talk about this one, and I don't have anything tall enough if I move you closer for you to be able to see it. I don't want to carry the camera. So let's start up here, over here. These two books. The big one is The Complete Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe, and then this little thin one is Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, that's what it's called, by Lewis Carroll. The Iliad and the Odyssey by Homer. The Greatest Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, The Story of King Arthur and His Knights, and Arabian Nights. Then we have all of my Tolkien stuff, which is quite a bit, I'd like to think. First we have Smith of Wotten Major, The Tales of Tom Bombadil, Farmer Gills of Ham, and Roverendum. And then here we have the large bind-up of all of the Lord of the Rings on the bottom, and then up here I have 2 editions of The Hobbit and then the anniversary editions of the Lord of the Rings. So I have The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The Return of the King. And then over here I have his stuff that's, aside from the Silmarillion, not really Lord of the Rings related. So I have The Fall of Arthur, The Silmarillion, and The Legend of Sigurd and Gudrun, and all of that is by Tolkien. The only thing on this shelf that is not by Tolkien is this little one right here, and that is J.R.R. Tolkien by Mark Horn. And now for shelf number 2. This is just, aside from this one here, all of my favorite middle grade fantasy series. Fablehaven, Book 1 by Brandon Mull. The Search for Wendla by Tony DiTerlizzi. Book 2, A Hero for Wendla by Tony DiTerlizzi. And Book 3, The Battle for Wendla by Tony DiTerlizzi. Book 1 of Warp, The Reluctant Assassin. Has Book 1, but here is Book 2 of Artemis Fowl, The Arctic Circle, or The Arctic Incident, not The Arctic Circle. Book 3, The Eternity Code. Book 4, The Opal Deception. Book 5, The Lost Colony. Book 6, The Time Paradox. And Book 7, The Atlantis Complex, all by Ian Colfer. Book 1 of The Tales of Apollo, The Hidden Oracle. Book 4 of the Heroes of Olympus series, The House of Hades. Book 5, The Heroes of Olympus, or The Blood of Olympus, sorry. the box set of Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I'm not going to pull these out, but we have The Lightning Thief, The Sea of Monsters, The Titan's Curse, The Battle of the Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian. And then finally on the bottom here, which you can't really see, is Percy Jackson's Greek Heroes. All of that by Rick Riordan. Okay, now on to shelf 3. I had to scoot you back a little bit so you could see all of it. Starting over here, move you, sir. Mr. Penumbra's 24-Hour Bookstore by Robin Sloan. The Graveyard Book. Neverwhere. And American Gods by Neil Gaiman. The Boy Who Drew Monsters by Keith Donahue. The Night Circus by Aaron Morgenstern. The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. The Rhythmatist by Brandon Sanderson. The Diviners by Libba Bray. The Blue Door by Christina Kind. Splintered by A.G. Howard. Book 1 of the Spiderwick Chronicles, The Field Guide. Book 2 to the Spiderwick Chronicles, The Seeing Stone. The Beyond the Spiderwick Chronicles trilogy. First is The Nixie Song, then The Giant Problem, and then The Wyvern King. All by Holly Black and Tony DiTerlizzi. I have this stack. First off is The Assassin's Curse and The Pirate's Wish by Cassandra Rose Clark. Books 1 and 2 to the Nicholas Flamel series, you have The Alchemist and The Magician by Michael Scott. 1 and 2 to the Half Bad series, you have Half Bad and Half Wild by Sally Green. Books 1 and 2 of the Nightmare series, Nightmares and Nightmares Sleepwalker's Tonic by Jason Segel and Kristen Miller. For the shelf, we have the first 2 in the Miss Peregrine's Home series, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, and Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. And now for the third and final shelf. Up here we have Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. There's a hair on it. Psych, Mind Over Magic by William Rabkin. Mr. Monk is a Mess, and Mr. Monk and the Blue Flu by Lee Goldberg. And then for this stack you have Tiger's Curse, Tiger's Quest, Tiger's Voyage, and Tiger's Destiny by Colleen Hawke. On the stack is Dracula by Bram Stoker, illustrated by Becky Cloonan. The Boy and the Beast by Mamoru Hosoda. A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. The Night Before Christmas The Night Before Christmas by Nikolai Gogol. The Ice Dragon by George R. R. Martin. Wonder by, what is her name? R.J. Palacio. The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak. Flights and Chimes in Mysterious Times by Emma Trevane. The Reichenbach Problem by Martin Allison Booth. The Ghost in the Takado Inn by Dorothy and Thomas Hubler. Box set of Boxers and Saints by Jean Luen Yang. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Memoirs of a Geisha by Arthur Golden. And finally, we have the Sherlock Holmes book, which is just like a coffee table type of book that you put somewhere and you can just read its information and stuff like that. It's the only book like that that I have on this shelf, and I'm not sure why I put it here and not with the other books that are similar, but oh well, either way. That is my bookshelf. Thank you for watching. If you have anything else you would like us to make, be sure to leave that in the comments below. Comment, like, and subscribe if you so wish. And until next time. I don't have a book with me to do the outro, but happy reading. So that's my bookshelf. I hope you enjoyed. I will leave a link down below for my personal Goodreads and our shared Instagram where Kayleen posts most often. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. If you have anything that you'd like us to do, such as tags or that kind of thing, be sure to leave it in the comments below, and I will see if I can do it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good day, and I don't have a book with me to do the outro, but regardless, until next time, happy reading.